Okay guys, so this is part 2 to, I guess, a 3-part video. I'm not sure. Just depends on how much I want to run my mouth. Okay, so if you guys didn't catch part 1, click up here or down here. Y'all know how it goes. But click somewhere in this box and you will get part 1 to my scandal review. This week's scandal review, episode 7, season 3. So, we were talking about Jerry and Fitz and how they were discussing the reason that the plane crashed, and basically Fitz, he was ordered to shoot down the plane. He was in special ops. His father didn't want him to be in special ops. They had a big old disagreement, and that was that. Okay, so then and how controlling Jerry is with Fitz, like, oh, not my boy, and I own you, I made you, and I can destroy you. You know, we have heard this again often growing up. You know, I brought you into this world, I could take you out. I didn't know that Caucasians, you know, said that too. So I guess this is a universal thing. I always thought it was like African Americans or people of color whose parents was crazy enough to say that to them, but this is universal. So, okay, I made you, I brought you into this world, I'll take you out. That's how basically how Jerry was, you know, talking to Fitz. Everything that you have, I own you, da-da-da-da-da, it's time to pay the piper. And I'm just like, oh, I don't like Jerry. Like, I don't like Daddy Jerry, Papa Jerry, whatever. I'm so glad he passed away, but he was just, he destroyed his son's psyche, and that's why Fitz can't grow a pair of balls. And sometimes when he does, it's like his balls fall off, and then, you know, a new one grows in its replacement, because you're just like, sometimes, you know, he's all president, and then sometimes he's like a little girl, like you know, stop teetering. Like, people don't like that, okay, Fitz? So, you know, get over your father. Your father was a hot mess. You know, yes, your father cheated on your daddy. And, I mean, your father cheated on your daddy. Your father cheated on your mama. And it's funny because you are you're becoming your father by cheating on Mellie, okay, with Olivia. Ugh. Like, yes, those are, like, you are becoming exactly what you hated. Just saying. So, oh, Grants don't take orders. What's up with that? Like, you know, he was mad because Jerry was mad because Fitz was in special ops and he had set him up to be, you know, he set him up with the trust fund and all this jazz, and he was like, I was ordered to shoot down the plane, and he was like, Grants don't take orders, and they went back and forth, and I'm just like, okay. Please slap your daddy or tell him to get the hell out your house, because he is doing the most. Like, they were sitting there. Okay, let's go to the next one, because I just got notes, and I mean, I don't want to make this like a 5-part review, but, you know, I don't care for Jerry, and I'm so glad, like I say, I'm glad he's gone, because I would have a lot more to say about him, but just knowing that he has already passed away is a-okay with me. So, oh, let's go back to Baby Huck and Charlie. So, in the scene before, Charlie had already said that he was going to be staking out his hotel. So he's just basically, he's prepping Baby Huck, Quinn, to follow him, because he already knows that Quinn has this thing in her where she really, really wants to be an assassin. So he sets her up, and he knows that she's going to follow him. So she's in the bushes. Well, he's staking out, let's put that in quotations, he's staking out some hotel. And I actually think that Charlie does, you know, do PI work for money on the side, because I don't see how he's like really making a lot of money, especially with Eli, and considering the fact that he almost lost his life with Huck. I'm sure he got demoted some kind of way in B613 or something, because so he does have to do this, you know, this PI work as a side hustle. Maybe that's his cover, whatever. So here she go in the bushes with her little binoculars, staking out someone who's staking out the hotel. And I'm just like, we know it's Baby Huck. They don't immediately show that it's her, but we know it's her. Who else is following folks for no reason? So he was like, I don't mind. He sees her, and he goes around to the bushes where she's laid up at, and she has her purse in her hand, binoculars and another one and was like, I was just looking for something. And he grabs her up and slams her against the wall. And I'm like, okay, for like 3 seconds, that was sexy. And then he kisses her. And I'm like, see, okay, news alert, guys, women do not, we don't do domestic violence, but there's a fine line. When you throw a woman up against the wall like that, it does something to us. And he knew what he was doing when he threw her up against the wall and was like, if you want to, and gave her that passionate kiss and was like, if you want to hang out tomorrow night, give me a call. And then he walks away like he's Denzel. And I'm like, oh, Charlie, are we getting a little ahead of ourselves? Charlie, you trying to get some swag, okay? I see you, Charlie, boo-boo, I see you. It was sexy what you did, so I'm gonna give you, Charlie, you do get a pass on that one, because, honey, if somebody ever threw me up against the wall, I don't know what I would do with myself. You know, my husband, to be whoever he is, God bless his soul. God bless his soul, because woo, yes, okay, the lights would go out. Okay, so then we're talking about, okay, so it cuts to, woo, Charlie did something to me. I wasn't even in the scene. Okay, so anyways, it cuts to Sally and Mellie, and Mellie's holding that baby Teddy. Oh Lord, why do they do that with Mellie? Because they know that she don't like them kids like that. I think she loves her kids, but she don't like no babies like that. And so Sally is passing Mellie in the hallway, and Mellie's holding the baby because, you know, the camera crew is around, so she got to put on this facade, and she is annoyed that she has to do this to begin with. So she's holding the baby, and Teddy is just as cute as he. Oh my God, that baby's so cute. Like, I just want to just tick his cheeks and just kiss him. But she grabs Sally. She's like, Sally, can I talk to you? And Sally was like, sure. And putting on airs, and was like, oh my God, he's getting so big. They do grow up fast. And she's like, yeah, he's huge. And I had to laugh because I'm just like, Mellie, can we have some compassion? It is your baby. You did give birth to him. He is getting bigger, you know. Just be a little bit more compassionate. She just didn't want to hold the baby, that's all. She wanted the nanny to come in and do Maria, or whatever the nanny's name was, because you remember the baby was calling, I think the name was Maria or something like that, because Mellie had got upset that the baby was calling for the nanny instead of saying mama at some point a couple episodes ago. So I just want to say that was funny as hell when she was like, yeah, he's huge. And I'm just like, oh girl, Mellie, she's just tired of them cameras running around, and that reporter Carla is really irking her and been bothering her the whole time, and she really is just annoyed. So she's perusing through the West Wing, and the cameras are following her, and she's like, yeah, I bring baby Teddy into. Well, first of all, Mellie and Sally had an exchange of words. I don't know, I forgot. It wasn't really that important. The important part was what I just told y'all. How she was like, yeah, my baby's huge, and that was it. With no compassion, whatever. So she goes, and the camera's following her, and she's like, yeah, I'll just pop in whenever, because every night Fitz plays with the baby, and, you know, it doesn't matter if he's in a meeting. Who cares? He's the president of the United States. So she goes and she bursts through the door, and people were trying to stop her, like the secretary was trying to stop her, and she's like, ma'am. She just ignored the sister, because the sister was trying to tell, you know, her, look, your husband, the president, ain't in the office, you about to be embarrassed. But she walked right past her like some folks be doing, and that's why she caught that little bit of embarrassment. She might have opened up the door, baby Teddy in her hand, and Fitz was not there. She was so embarrassed in that flash of anger. Bellamy Young, she plays Mellie to no end. Like, there's nobody else that could play Mellie the way she did, because she was hot. She had the baby in her hand. She didn't want to carry the baby. Then on top of that, she got this nosy reporter behind her, and she's just, oh my God, like, she's getting on her nerves, and has been getting on her nerves for the last couple days, or however long that she's been perusing and filming her throughout, you know, throughout the White House. And now Fitz ain't in the office. all that registered within a split second. But she sucked it up. She turned back around. She's like, oh my God, we just missed him. He is so busy. But she burst in. She got rid of that baby quick because she burst into the office with Cyrus, and she was like, Cyrus, where is he? He embarrassed me. He doesn't show up. So she's starting to have a breakdown, okay? So he was like, I don't know where she's at. I don't know where the president's at, but, you know, I'm not sure if he's going to show up tomorrow. Yada, yada, yada. She was like, I don't know. Like, you know, Mellie is getting irritated, and it's starting to show. Which brings me to, let's see. Y'all know I got my notes. Okay. We already talked about Cyrus is married to a woman. Who would have guessed that one? I would have never guessed he was married to a woman. Oh, Mellie was a lawyer. She was a partner at the firm. I think we knew that already, but I'm glad that they revisited it because it's just like, yeah, she was a lawyer and she gave up her partnership in a law firm to be a wife, and that's really kind of what's at the core. Like, I didn't know, I didn't remember that Mellie was a lawyer, and so for her, she must have been very ambitious. Well, she is very ambitious, and for her to give up her career, on top of that, she gave up pieces of her, like she said, she gave up pieces of her, like her body. Like, Mellie has really given up a lot for Fitz, and Fitz is just, every time they tell more and more of Mellie's story, Fitz is disgusting. Like, but he doesn't know a lot. He doesn't know that one of his kids may be his daddy's. Okay, ooh, let's talk about that. Okay, y'all know I already jump around, but I couldn't. Ooh, okay, so you know, Jerry raped Mellie. Okay, so when he raped Mellie, Fitz and her had been trying to have a baby, and then towards the very last shot, he's like, well, she's giving a toast, and she doesn't drink the wine, and he's like, you're not gonna drink? He's like, no. And so that was pretty much implied that maybe she's pregnant. But my thing is, the daddy raped her in the same time frame that her and Fitz were trying to have a baby, so that could be Jerry's baby. Oh my God, if Shonda does that to us, I don't know. Oh, y'all just might go ahead and prepare somebody's funeral, because I think it might be Fitz's funeral, just to for you know, for my father to take everything from me, but then you're gonna take my wife, and oh my God, oh Lord, Shonda, I don't know why she does this to us, but it's just getting better and better and better. So anyways, that could, yeah, it got that dirty, this episode. So we talked about that. Oh, Omar Dresden. Ooh. So throughout the investigation, the Gladiators have come across the fact that there was the marshals, U.S. Marshals, had escorted somebody off the flight 522, and it was Omar Dresden. Well, Omar Dresden was pronounced dead at the scene of the crash. Well, did y'all see, like, second scene to last, how Papa Pope was going to see some inmate, and he was like, the guards were like, who are you coming to see? What inmate you coming to see? He said, Omar Dresden. And when he got up in the cell, he sat down and was like, our daughter has been asking about you. And Mama Pope rolled over and was just looking like, just disgusted. Like, y'all got me up in this penitentiary. Like, so she been in jail the whole time? Like, what the hell? So she is Omar Dresden? Oh my God. Oh my God. So what did she do? Did she plant the bomb? Eli did something. Eli did something. And for him to be sitting there in front of her talking about, our daughter has been asking about you. Like, so, you know she's gonna hate both of y'all when Olivia Pope finds out that her mama is alive. And if Eli has anything to do with her disappearance, which he does, I think that might make Olivia snap. I think Olivia might become part of B613 at that point, because I could not imagine myself thinking that my mama has been dead all these years and my daddy organized it, I'm going ham. Like, okay, all right, Shonda. Shonda, see what you're doing? You done gave us so much. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all know I jump around, but okay, so Sally's husband's gay. Yes, y'all, Sally's husband is a ladies' boy. And we saw that. I had to really watch it like twice, because when Sally was in there fixing his tie, she was basically warning him that she doesn't need any more indiscretions from him. He doesn't need to be cheating anymore, because now that she's running for an independent president, you know, running as an independent, family matters the most. And they're going to some dinner, and they were talking about some dude, and he was like, yep, and he knows how to hang a suit. And I'm like, did Sally's husband say that the man know how to hang a suit? That was just foreshadowing. I told y'all about foreshadowing. Foreshadowing to when they were at the party. So Cyrus and Mellie had hired this escort to make Sally's husband basically, you know, fall and basically have this another indiscretion under his belt, because now that would just ruin her chances of actually being president. So the escort was beautiful, Amber or whatever her name was, and he did not bite, not once, no flirting, nothing. But the kicker is, sorry y'all, Cyrus's husband James had they were at the party, and he was trying to talk to him, and Cyrus kind of basically just cut him down, and James was like, you know what, thanks for making me feel better, I just got fired via email. And he was like, what? And he was like, yeah. And then he walks away, and he's mad, and he's sulking in a corner at a table. And Mellie comes by, and she's like to Cyrus, so what's going on? No bite with the escort? He was like, no bite. And he was like, I guess she's not his type. And Mellie looks over, and they were playing some song in the background. I don't know what song it was, but it was perfect. She was like, no, not his type. And you look up, the camera cuts to Sally's husband is talking to James, and I'm talking about flirting. And Cyrus didn't seem a bit phased. Like, he was like, oh, not his type. So they're really gonna play that card, because that one sideswept me. I didn't think, you know, that he didn't come across as a gay man, but them writers, they're doing exactly what they're supposed to do, because yeah, if they do that, Sally, it's a wrap for Sally. Sally can't even, I don't know what Sally's gonna do. Like, I don't know, Sally might lose her top, for real. So we already talked about that. Let's see. Oh, Mellie's getting drunk in the office. Okay, so Mellie has gotten drunk after the fact that that Fitz didn't show up. Okay, we get it, Mellie. Okay, so she's walking around the Oval Office, and she basically was saying that she sacrificed everything for him, if he only knew the things that she sacrificed. And I'm team Mellie all the way with this one, because he should have been in the office when baby Teddy was there. Like, he should have been there. I don't know where he was. He wasn't, you know, going behind Olivia, apparently, you know what I'm saying? So why weren't you in the office just to put on the facade? You know these camera crews are all around. Come on now. So she lays into him. I love the speech, and she was like, why don't you show up for me? Or, you know, like, she really pours out her heart. And I don't think that she was like being vindictive or trying anything. She's tired. She is tired. She's doing everything. He's not doing nothing. And at the end of the day, she doesn't even care. She's like, you know what? It's okay if you don't love me anymore, but at least be my friend, because we're in this hell together, and we really need to shine, and you promised to be my partner. And like, she makes him feel bad, and it's the truth. Like, for real, like, Fitz, come on now, you doing a whole lot, and now she got to apologize for your indiscretion. We ain't about to go down this road. So you didn't show up for me monologue was off the chain. Let's see. Oh, so then we cut to, like, I don't know if we cut exactly to the scene, but that monologue that Mellie was saying to her, you know, to Fitz, must have hit him to the core, because they had one more interview with that reporter Carla, and Carla was really trying to come for Mellie. Like, you could tell she wanted to sabotage Mellie. And Fitz showed up. He showed up. He put Carla in her place, and yeah, he was like, it's my indiscretion, so I don't know why Mellie gotta, you know, apologize for it. I'm the one, let's move on, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And he really, you know, showed up for Mellie. So I was like, okay, cool. And she thanks him afterwards, and he was like, no, I really meant it. But I was just like side-eyeing Fitz, because I mean, you're in a little, you know, tiff right now with Olivia. So this is what you do all the time anyway, Fitz. When you have a fight with Olivia, is you try to make amends with Mellie, and ain't nobody falling for that but Mellie. Okay, so we talked about briefly that Quinn, she was enticed by Charlie. Charlie invites her out for a date, which is like a setup, and he wants to get this, he tells her that he wants to get this file, but the guy that's sitting at security hasn't moved because he has, you know, he must have a strong bladder, and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Kind of find out the dude that's behind the security is the only living witness that would have actually seen the person that was being escorted off of the plane that Olivia Mama was on. He would have been able to describe the person that was being escorted off by the U.S. Marshals. So that's who he really is, but Charlie lied and said he was somebody else, and he just needed him to be put to sleep. And he shows Quinn these syringes, and she was like, is that 99? And he was like, oh yeah, you're very good. And then she spills the bean. He was like, well, can you disarm the alarm while I do this, or do you want to do the dirty work? Like, he's basically testing the waters to see if she's ready for B613, and she is, because she spills the tea and was like, oh, Huck let me torture somebody one time. And I'm just like, you know what, off with her head, off with Quinn's head. Didn't nobody tell you to be telling everybody's business like that. Huck did that because Huck was gone, okay? And he was trying to just, he was trying to survive that little incident. Ain't nobody tell you, Quinn, to go tell Huck's business, okay? So now Charlie's looking at her like, oh, word? So you done already tortured folks? You're more advanced than we thought. Bet. I'm sure he went and called Eli and told Eli what was going on, because, oh Lord, she goes in there, he gives her the syringes, of course, and she thinks this is a game. Quinn played too much, and this is why she's in B613 now by default. She thought that the syringe, the 99 syringe that that Charlie gave her, was a sedative to put the security guard to sleep. Oh no, boo, you killed him. Oh yeah, foam coming out the mouth when she stabbed security guard because she asked him for a new pen. She thought it was gonna put him to sleep, like Charlie said. Foam started coming out the dude's mouth, blood started coming out the mouth, and Quinn freaks out, and you know, she goes to see what she can do. So then she raises her hand like there's I don't know, like there's a squad. Quinn, I'm so glad you killed the dude. I'm glad, because Olivia, Pope, and Associates do not need your services any longer. You are a bore. Please go do something. So yeah, I'm glad that they did what they had to do. They recruited her, and now, you know, welcome to Wonderland is what Charlie told her. Showed her the iPad with her killing dudes. So, you know, there's no turning back. I mean, really, you're in B613 now, but I think that she didn't really start crying or anything. She was just like in shock, trying to call Huck. Like, what is Huck gonna do? Huck has not been talking to you. Go and be with B613, girl, and go on about your business, because ain't nobody really worried about you, Quinn. I'm so glad. Oh, thank you. So we can see less of her, hopefully. Oh, she's annoying. Write her off. Because Quinn just, oh, yes, that is one annoying character. So, all right, let's see. You guys, I actually think I covered everything. Yeah, I thought it was going to be a 3-part review, but look, I tell you guys this every week. If you guys like me, you love the review, and you want to see more, please follow me on Twitter at ANJIRAY. Subscribe, comment, or like this video. Or you can do none of the above and just come back next week and have a look at my video. Scandal reviews are supposed to go up every Thursday. However, they did not go up last night because I was actually at a premiere of La Grande Belleza. Yeah, The Great Beauty. It's a film, an Italian film, and if you guys ever get a chance to see that film, it is so beautiful. Please, please, please. Paolo Sorrentino, he is director. It's his film, and it's a contender for an Oscar in foreign films. So hopefully he'll get it because it was absolutely a great movie. That's it, guys. I'm gonna be doing my Love and Hip Hop review next, so it should be coming up after this video. I have Love and Hip Hop that I'm gonna review, and possibly Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm not sure, but definitely Love and Hip Hop season wherever we're at, episode 3. Yeah, because it was one of my subscribers requested it. So love you guys. I will talk to you next week about Scandal. I can wait a whole week. Can you? Let me know in the comment box below, and thank you. Ta-ta.